Time for another episode of Local Roots. Hi, I'm Todd Studer. Coming up later on today on this Wednesday, it is going to be Backroads Business Connectors through the Western Iowa Development Association. Big connections for small towns. This is going to be held in Carson at Judge Richard Distillery. That's located at 121 Broadway. And there's going to be refreshments, appetizers. There'll be signature cocktails that you can purchase there. I'm planning on trying one. I've heard their old fashions are really, really good over there, so I'm going to see how those are. If you're a WIDA member, this is a free event. If you are not a WIDA member, it's just $10. It helps cover the cost of all the refreshments and everything like that. But I encourage you to come out. This would be an opportunity for you to meet Stacy Kinney, to meet some other members of the WIDA board and members such as myself, businesses that are part of the Western Iowa Development Association. So that's going on from 4 to 6 today, Judge Richard Distillery, and that is at 121 Broadway Street in Carson, Iowa. Today on the show, we're traveling over to Avoca to visit with someone who has a business out of her home now. She used to have a brick and mortar shop, and now it's out of her home. Laine Beach has Sweetvale Creations, and I also learned something in this interview that she has applied for the Rev Pitch competition. So I'm rooting for you, Laine, and she is going to be our guest today on Local Roots. You know, when it comes to finding a home for your aging loved one, Jean Bunker makes all the difference. As your local senior care advisor with assisted living locators in Western Iowa, she's more than a guide. She's someone who's walked this path herself. Jean helps families explore assisted living, memory care, nursing homes, in-home options. You know, for her services, it's completely free. She gets paid from the places where your loved one would go to live. So that means her services to you don't cost you anything. Personal, compassionate, tailored to fit each family's needs. Jean's phone number, 402-690-5467. If you're looking to buy or sell your home in Southwest Iowa, I can't recommend Blake Hunter enough. He is your trusted realtor with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Blake knows this market, and he's dedicated to helping you find the perfect place to call home. And he also hosts a popular podcast called Hunting Home, where he shares insights, tips, and the latest trends in real estate. So if you're a first-time buyer, maybe you're upgrading, or if you're ready to sell, Blake Hunter is here to guide you every step of the way. Visit his website, blakehunter.homes, and start hunting for your dream home with confidence. We've been talking about Rev Pitch. We've been talking about what's going on with the Western Iowa Development Association, and somebody who's familiar with both is with us today. Laine Beach started Sweetvale Creations in Avoca and joins us this morning. How you doing, Laine? It's good to see you.
Good. Thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
Let's talk first about Sweetvale Creations. What is this new business or existing business that you have? Tell folks what it is.
Yeah, so I just recently rebranded to Sweetvale Creations within the past year. I was previously working under Soy Soothing. It's a soy-based candle company. I also do wax melts and car diffusers. And with my rebranding, I started doing breast milk and cremation jewelry with that as well.
That's okay. We have to talk about that because I have no idea what that is. So tell us
Yeah.
about that part of your business. What is it that you're creating?
Yeah, so I'm a mom myself, so I know the struggles that can come with the breastfeeding journey, and I just wanted to find something to help give back to those moms. Also ties in with the cremation, with giving people something special from their loved ones that have passed. Um, so it's very customized based. I ask people to send me pictures of ideas of the jewelry that they want, and we find the customized piece for them. And then with the breast milk, it gets turned into a powder and then mixed with resin. The remains just get mixed with resin and they're placed into the setting. So just a nice keepsake for people to remember loved ones or their journey.
Where did the idea for this come from? Is this something that you had seen someone else and you thought you could add this to your services?
Yeah, it really kind of just stemmed from watching some TikToks about it, and I was like, that's a really cool idea. So I kind of looked into it more, and a lot of the pieces were very expensive. And I like having my business being something that's very affordable for people. And so I wanted to find a way that this product could be available for people at a lower cost, and having somebody local. I understand people enjoy that a lot more because the odds of me knowing someone that they know is very high. And so it just makes it feel a little nicer, I guess, to trust somebody more local.
I think you bring up a great point, and something that we talk on this show a lot about is what it truly is like being in a small community. And Avoca is a small community, but it's a pretty tight knit community. And you know that you've got folks there that have your back. You know that your neighbors are looking out for you, and you're just returning the favor. And I think that's kind of cool. And it's also this is how you do business in small towns: is you go the extra mile and you think about these types of things.
Yeah, for sure. And I have grown up in Avoca. I was born and raised here, and so now I'm raising my family here as well. And when picking the name, changing it from Soy Soothing to Sweetvale, um, I had kind of recruited my mom to help me, and we kind of thought of ways to tie in the community. And Avoca goes by Sweetvale of Avoca. And so that's kind of where the name stemmed from, is being able to tie in my local roots into my business.
What made you want to stay? And I mean, you grew up in a small town. You decided to stay in the small town. What is it about Avoca that says, you know what, this is going to continue to be my home?
It's really just the sense of familiarity. My parents still live here. I still know a lot of people here. My husband is originally from Harlan, so he's also familiar with the small community, and just the way that it worked in life is we just decided to stay here.
That seems like a simple answer, but it's really not. You know,
Yeah,
there's so much that goes into it, and if you find something that works for you, you want to continue it.
right.
So I think that's great. Let's talk about your soy candle side of things. I know why soy, but I want to hear from the expert. What is it about a soy candle that is how you feel that this is the direction to go?
Yeah, so um, soy wax is derived from soybeans. And obviously, being in the Midwest, we have lots of
Yeah,
soybeans.
one or two. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I just wanted a product that was going to be safe. When I started it, my daughter was very young, and so I was really about having clean, natural products. And so my line of candles are very clean, less toxins than you would find in the higher end candles or the big chain stores. And so I wanted something that was going to be safe for my family, that I could also know that, like, selling these, it's also safe for other people's homes as well.
How is the process when you are creating new types of candles? What's that process like for you?
Sometimes it's chaotic. I When I come to make new scents, I buy a lot of just little sample bottles, and I kind of just mix them together until I find something that works, and then I bulk buy it. It's not probably necessarily the best way to go about it, but it's something that works for me right now.
If you are working on that and creating it, are you taking notes to say, okay, I have this much of this scent and this much of this one, so you know the math when it comes down?
Yes,
That
yeah.
has to be complicated, and you have. I'm guessing you've got a lot of notes laying
Oh,
around of
yes,
everything that
yes.
you've done.
Lots of little sticky notes everywhere.
Tell me about some of the different ones that you've created. What are some of your favorites?
Um, it really depends on the season. I get asked this question all the time, and I can never give a definite answer because I like them all for different reasons. So I have four scents that I keep year round, and they are Adventure, Beautiful Morning, Caramel Espresso, and Radiant Sunset. And then I kind of go with two summer scents, two fall, two winter, and two spring. and those kind of just rotate out with each other. Right now, my favorite would be Autumn Harvest, and it's like a pumpkin-y mixed with like spice, and so it's like the perfect fall scent right now.
So you created a name that isn't pumpkin spice.
Right.
That seems to get overused quite a bit, but
Yes.
I would think that your house must just smell like, or wherever your workspace is just constantly in a changing type of what it smells like in there. And for
Yes.
me, smell is a big part of things, so it can change how a place feels,
Mm-hmm.
based on what it is that I might, if I have a scented candle or if I've got something else that's creating that atmosphere. So it must just be a cornucopia of what's going on where you work.
Yes, sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, the different smells going at once, but sometimes I think I've become nose blind
I was
to
just
the
thinking
scents.
about that because you
Yes.
can, if you're around something long enough, it loses its potency to you, where
Yes.
somebody else is, holy cow. You can walk into the store and people will be turning their heads wondering where that smell's coming from because it's into your clothes.
Yes. A lot of the time I can't smell a candle, and so I'll take it up to my mom and I'll be like, "Please tell me if this smells good because I can't tell. I can't smell it, but
Are you still working on new things? Is it looking for new types of scents and products that you can put together?
yeah, so I'm always looking for new scents to incorporate into my line. Kind of in some testing phases for some new products right now. Um, but I've also kind of stepped back a little bit because of my schooling, and I really want to get that finished. So sometimes I have to just take a little step back from my business to be able to focus on that.
Well, you brought up schooling, that you are working toward a degree in the mental health field. What is
Mhm.
it that you're wanting to do when the degree is all finished? Where's your passion at?
Yeah, so I'm currently working on my master's degree in clinical mental health counseling. And so when I am done with my school, I'll be a mental health counselor. Um, and I previously I had worked in the mental health field. I was a CNA for many years. And so I've kind of always had a passion for helping people. And I kind of got into a degree with human resources, took a psychology class, and that kind of flipped where I wanted to go. I wanted to do more involvement within the brain and learning about people. And so then that has then stemmed to my degree in psychology and now mental health counseling. And so it's really all just from the want of helping people in whatever capacity that I can. And I, in a way, tie that into my business because I'm having to understand people and, you know, be able to create things that are maybe going to create memories for them
Hmm.
and just being able to make that connection with them.
Do you think that you're going to continue with your business after you finish your degree and you are in full time in the health industry?
Yes, absolutely. There are even times where sometimes I just want my business to become my full-time career and put my degree on the back burner. But right now we're kind of juggling both and just seeing what happens.
Let's talk about the business side of it for a minute, because you can be passionate and creative as much as you want to be, but if people don't know you're there and you don't have an effective and efficient way of getting your product to those people, well, it's not going to work. So how has that process been for you growing your business?
Really within the past year, it's really taken off a little more than I had anticipated. Um, I have an online store, but I also sell in other local businesses, and that's really how it gets out a lot of the time. I also attend a lot of craft shows that also bring in a lot of the business.
Any interest at all in having a Sweetvale Creations brick and mortar with a sign over the door that's just you?
So when I was working as soy soothing, I did have a business uptown.
Hmm.
And I was sharing this space with someone else. They stepped away to go work at the school, which is great. And I know that she really loves it. Um, but then there were just some other life circumstances that had occurred. So I needed to close that down. And now looking back, I enjoyed having the storefront, but I enjoy doing it out of my house even more because it gives me more flexibility to then be with my family or, put my focus other areas.
Yeah, that's one thing about having a commercial space like that is you got to be open
Hmm.
and you're in there even if customers are not. So it locks up your day quite a bit.
Yes.
And if you can do it a different direction as you have discovered, yeah, good on you. Well done to
Yeah,
make that
thank you.
happen. Where are some of the businesses where people can find your product right now?
Yep. So I have stuff at the Avoca Flower Shop, Milk and Honey in Harlan. I have a custom line of bourbon candles down at Judge Richards in Carson, Dusted Charm in Council
Hmm.
Bluffs, um, Main the shop on Main and Anita, or Main Street Market in Anita. Not 100% sure on that one. I always forget it. Um, and then Shop the Outskirts in Underwood.
What's some of the feedback that you've gotten from folks that have used your products?
Um, so if people are physically smelling them, sometimes it's a mixed reaction. Um, People either love them or they're like, "Ooh, that's not my favorite."
Well, that's the thing, though, is that
Yes.
everybody has different things that it's either a memory or just something that gets to them.
Hmm.
Personally, I cannot stand sweet potatoes. I can't be around them. I can't smell them, anything. But my girlfriend loves them. So, it's, and it's, I can't figure out why,
Hmm.
but she can't figure out why I don't like them. So yeah, it's a personal taste thing,
Hmm.
and in some cases, it might be just how their chemistry is put together.
Right. Yeah. But a lot of time I hear really good feedback or, people see that I'm at the farmer's market and they're like, "Oh, I saw that you were here, so I had to come grab these scents or whatnot."
So, what does the future look like for you then with the business? Any just continuing on the way that you are? Do you have any plans, big plans for the future, or where are things at for you right now?
Right now things are kind of still up in the air. Putting in my grant application for the Rev.
Yes.
Um, I it was a little difficult for me to know what I wanted to add in there. It came on a Thursday night, like late at night, like 10:30, and I was like, "What is this? Like, no, this doesn't fit into me."
Right.
And so I had kind of just taken some time to think about it. And right now I'm doing my business out of my basement. And we have an old shed in the back that I have thought about moving my stuff out there or building a new shed and having that as my little shop. And then just being able to buy new equipment and being able to buy in bulk. I know that will really increase my revenue and my sales, being able to produce more. I'm doing this all by myself, and so sometimes it's hard to keep up with the demand. Um, but as of right now, I don't have really big plans. I'm kind of just going with the flow and just seeing what happens.
Those sound like big plans to me. I'm sorry. They do. I mean, if you're trying to create a workshop outside of your home, even if it is still in your yard, that's big
Yeah.
because that would create a little bit of a separation for you. Listen, I have spent a lot of my time working out of my home, and I know that it's difficult to feel like you've put it to bed for the night. It just
Hmm.
always seems to be there. So that in itself, I think, would help tremendous for your mental health. You're talking about
Yeah.
being in the mental health field. That'd be a big part of it, and also thinking ahead to how can you grow the business and how can you scale the business and buying in bulk and things like that. Yeah, all of those things. I don't have a vote, but you got it anyway.
Thank you.
for, for going into Rev. So I wish you the best of luck with that.
Thank you.
Continued success with everything that you're doing with Sweetvale Creations. And also, it's obvious that people like what you're doing because otherwise you wouldn't be in as many stores as you are. These folks are in business for a reason, and
Hmm.
they don't put things on their shelves that don't move. So congratulations on the success you've had so far, and
Thank
just keep
you.
on grinding.
Thank you.
Castle and Associates of American Family Insurance is your local insurance provider for all your home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance needs. You know, you need somebody local when the time comes, and that's what Travis and his team are. They are local. They have offices in Trainer. They're also in Council Bluffs and across the river in Bellevue and in Elkhorn. They're in your neighborhood, ready to help you navigate the complexities of insurance. Travis and his team are going to educate you. They're going to advise you, and they're going to simplify the entire process, all to protect those things you cherish most. Give them a call for your free quote. Now is the time to get your furnace checked. I just had a conversation yesterday with Travis Waldstein of AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning, and he said, you know, when you wait until it's 0 outside and your furnace isn't working, it usually is a more expensive problem. So why not get it checked now? And AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning of Council Bluffs is your trusted HVAC provider. Also, Waldstein Plumbing in Council Bluffs, working out of the same shop. This is Travis Waldstein and his son Hayden. When integrity matters, you know, and when doesn't it? These are the guys you want to get a hold of. AirServeCouncilBluffs.com, WaldsteinPlumbing.com. Thank you again to Laine Beach of Sweetvale Creations for being a guest on today's show. You did a great job, and I'm looking forward to hearing your success. And I'm rooting for you. Hope to see you up there pitching at the Rev Pitch competition this fall. That's going to wrap up the show for today. I'm Todd Studer. We'll see you back tomorrow morning.